Beijing, 1995.
In 1995, the world gathered in Beijing to take bold action for women and girls' rights. These voices unified into the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. Almost 25 years later, ESCAP, UN Women, and our partners in Asia and the Pacific are taking a closer look at where we stand on these commitments. While we've made considerable progress, the pace of change has been slow and uneven. We must do more. 2020 will mark the 25th anniversary of Beijing, the 20th anniversary of the UN Security Council Resolution 1325, and the first 5 years of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. It's an ideal time to assess the progress that's already been made and re-energize our commitment to go further. Much has improved in the last 25 years. For the generation inheriting the outcomes of the Beijing platform, this progress has been life-changing.
In my mom's generations, women my age were expected to stay home. But now I have the opportunity to pursue my career.
My mother had to study what society expected, but increasingly, women of my generation can study what we want.
I have the opportunity to run 2 businesses on my own, which my mom didn't have the society acceptance to do.
In my mother's generation, men were considered more worthy of education and inheritance, but today, being a daughter, you're worthy of all these opportunities too.
Despite some progress, young women know gender equality has still not been achieved.
Women are still not taken as seriously as men in the workplace.
More effort should be made in breaking gender stereotypes.
One of the key challenges is low level of women's representation in politics and in decision-making.
More women than ever before are achieving improved educational outcomes, but these achievements and Asia-Pacific's dynamic economic growth are not translating into more and better jobs. Despite more than doubling the proportion of women in Parliament since 1995, female representation still stands at only 20% across the region. In 2018, 1 in 2 women has experienced physical and/or sexual violence from an intimate partner in the last 12 months. Challenges remain to achieving sexual and reproductive health and rights, especially for women from marginalized groups. Women and girls are particularly vulnerable to climate-related changes and disasters, as many are food insecure and reliant on natural resources for their livelihoods. At this Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference, we will focus on identifying strategies to advance women's and girls' rights in 6 priority areas: economic empowerment, social protection and universal health services, freedom from violence, stigma and stereotypes, participation and decision-making, peaceful and inclusive societies, climate action and resilience building. It's time to come together to plan how to make gender equality a reality for women and men and girls and boys everywhere.
Together we can prosper.
Together, we can end violence, stigma, and stereotypes.
Together, we can influence our future.
Together, we can save the planet.
Generation equality,
Realizing women's rights for an equal future.